Hey everybody, it's Vitali and I'm back. And I wanted to just take a few minutes to let you know why there hasn't been any new content up in the past 2 weeks. Uh, I've been talking about a lot of cool things coming in 2020, and unfortunately, COVID-19 put a halt to a lot of those. However, it did not put a halt to the Mac Pro killer build that we were planning on doing. It just slowed it down tremendously. And the reason that build came about is one, I've been running an Intel i7 6700 in my production computer for 5 years, and it was time for a serious upgrade. I had to do some updating to it in January, if y'all remember, new motherboard and some video cards. Well, it's almost time to start that build. And the other reason that this build came about, what made it allowed it to happen, is that a friend of mine bought a brand new Mac Pro. And first off, I begged him not to. And second off, I'm like, if you're going to buy it, do not pay them for the upgrades. Just buy the base model, and either I can do the upgrades or we can get somebody to do it and save you a whole lot of money. And he didn't do that. He went ahead and paid them to upgrade it. And he went with the 2.7 gigahertz 24 core Intel Xeon W processor with a turbo boost up to 4.4 gigahertz. I think that was an extra $6,000. Let's see what it was. No, it was an extra $4,000 just for the processor. He went with 48 gigabyte of RAM. That was another extra $300. He went with the Radeon Pro W5700X with 16 gigabyte of GDDR6. That was an extra $600. He went with 4 terabytes SSD storage. That was another $1,400. Wait a minute, let's check that video card price because yeah, that video card was $1,600, so I was wrong. And that processor was $6,000. Wow. And a Magic Mouse too, and a Magic Trackpad, and the total bill came to what? Something's wrong there because he gave 14,448. There it is. And I'm like, man, we could build a computer that is as good or better for a lot less money, and he didn't want to hear it. But in the process of having that conversation, there was a bunch of other people involved, and they were like, "Well, Vitali, can you really build that computer?" And I'm like, "Well, I could have had the money." And they reached out, and through some sponsors and stuff, it's going to happen. And what we went with for the motherboard, we went with the Gigabyte TRX 40 Designaire. We went with G Skill Trident Z Neo, 64 gigabytes of DDR4 3600. AMD Ryzen Threadripper, the Wraith Cooler Master, and of course the AMD Ryzen Threadripper 3960X, 24 cores, but its base clock is 3.8 gigahertz and it turbo boosts up to 4.5. And I think they went a little overboard because they sent me a Roswell 1600 watt modular gaming power supply. Uh, Four of the silicone power 1 terabyte NVMe PCIe Gen 3 and the Fantex Enthoo Evolve X case. Unfortunately, the SSDs, the case, the extra fans, the keyboard, and the mouse, part of it's in LA, part of it's in Kentucky. But UPS assures me that it will be here Tuesday. Should have been here over a week ago. But we did get the motherboard, the processor, the cooler, and the power supply. The video card, you'll notice we didn't mention what video card I was going with in that. And that's because uh, nobody carries that particular video card, or at least, well, he's not the 16 gigabyte version that we can find. And I'm like, well, that's okay. I've got the Quattro M6000s here that sponsors sent me in January, and we'll just use one of those. So, if you count the price of that video card that I already have, and the parts that they've sent, the keyboard and the mouse, everything, that bill comes out to $5,700. That is almost, or right about 1/3 the price of that Mac. Give or take a little bit. It's real close to 1/3. So hopefully everything will get here Tuesday, and Wednesday we can start doing the build. And I want to do that from start to finish to show y'all any problems that I might run into. I do not build computers for a living. I have not in a long, long time. The last build that I did from start to finish was in 2007. I haven't kept up to date with most of that stuff, but I do know my way around a little bit inside a computer, so that shouldn't be a problem. However, that motherboard comes with some cool add-ons. I'm really excited about this. The Aorus Gen 4 NVMe PCIe SSD drive. SSD drive's not included with this one, so we weren't planning for that. And hopefully, I can get some sponsors to pitch in and send me some Gen 4 SSD drives, or I'm gonna have to save up my money and buy my own. But there'll be a separate video just for this, because this is really cool. If you set this up right, you get hard drive speed, read and write speeds of up to 15,000 megabytes per second. It also has an add-on. I'm tired. I can't remember what it's called now. Where is my mouse? Give me just a second. I'll pull it up. It also has an add-on GC Titan Ridge Thunderbolt card. There's a lot of stuff that you have to do to make that work. So that may end up being a separate video. We may do that in a separate video. But anyway, if there's any parts of this build that y'all need more information on, feel free to leave something in the comments, and I'll address that while I'm building the computer. I had planned on having a cameraman here. I had the cameraman hired, and then COVID-19 has shut everything down, so I'm not going to be able to have a cameraman out here to make this a smooth, polished video. I'm going to just have to do it from right here at this table and try to work the cameras the best that I can and do the build. So I'm going to apologize ahead of time for that part of it, but hopefully it conveys the information that anybody needs if they're contemplating doing a build like this and they've never done it before. It'll give you the information that you need to know on how to do it, and what you can expect to run into, because there's a lot of people doing these builders or familiar builds over on YouTube, but most of them are faking the problems that they run into. I assure you, because they've already took everything out, did a test build, fired it all up, made sure everything was working, tore it all back down, and then turn the cameras on. Other than Linus he makes a few mistakes once in a while, but most of them, for the most part, if they've made a mistake in that build, they're faking. Because they did a test build before they ever turn the cameras on. That's not going to be the case here. We are going to turn the cameras on and then start to build. I have looked in the box, to look at stuff like this, but I have not done anything else. We're going to go through this just like anybody else would that's doing one for the first time. So looking forward to it. Hopefully we'll have that video up Wednesday. If not, we will have some sections up on little pieces. Look forward to seeing y'all Wednesday. Until then, y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be safe. This is Vitali over here at Firestorm Records, Red Barn Productions. Y'all stay safe, and I'm out of here.